Here we are first at my crappy Walmart, and they have the really good knife counter. They have all the Civivi knives, such as that Civivi Mini Praxis. I know that's a really good knife for the money. And then they have a Civivi something with the button lock. Personally, I wouldn't be comfortable paying $70 for that knife. There's better knives like Sencut on Amazon, but if you're into it, you can go ahead and buy that. You can see the price, $67. They have other knives. The CRKT CEO is a good knife. They got the Kershaw Blur. They have some of the new Swiss Tech knives, things of that nature. But I couldn't stand to be in that Walmart for more than 5 minutes. So here we are at another Walmart. This one's much better, but their knife selection is terrible, to say the least. I mean, I was going to say I'm pointing at this multi-tool because that's what I'm most likely to buy here. There's the most heinous knife in existence. Tactical knife that no one really needs, and out of those I think I'd go with the Gerber or the Buck 110 or one of these razor blade knives. These are great too if you're just trying to cut boxes open, packages, things of that nature, and you don't want to spend a shit ton of money. These are going to be just fine. Then we started looking at watches, and so they have quite a bit of Casios. They have quite a bit of Casios. I actually liked quite a few of these. I might actually have to go back and pick up one we'll see here shortly. But they have a few of these, and these are the basic ones. You know, they get the job done. They're nothing special. The Timexes are really cool. They're a bit more expensive. They're in that $40 to $50 range. But I have a Timex Expedition. My dad always used to wear a Timex Expedition. So these are good watches, and sometimes you can even find them on sale, like this one right here for $20. If you're into that watch right there, I mean, I would have picked that up immediately, but that band was just a little too small for my wrist. And then you got the cheap watches. Here are a few more Timexes. And then here's another set of Casio watches and cheaper ones. I've always been interested in these metal ones, but I've just never had the interest in picking one up until now. Here, we'll see it here in a second. But here we have some more of those more average ones. And then here's one, but this one felt really plasticky, so I was just not interested in it. But this one I was really interested in. I might actually have to go pick that one back up tomorrow. Can't lie, I'm going to go pick that one back up for sure. Then we found this really cool duck, and you know I had to cop this because America. What the fuck is the These earbuds are on sale in the clearance section, so I had to cop these because you always need an extra pair of these. Here in the notebooks, we found these cheap little notebooks for 34 cents a pop. If you need a pocket notebook, you can also get them in these little 4-packs for $1.12, which pretty much equates to the same amount of money, honestly. So it just depends what kind of colors you want. I've had these before, and they're alright. I'm sure Field Notes are better, or any of those little tiny notebooks you can get on Amazon. I'm sure they're all much better than these, but these will do the job. And then we started looking at the bandanas. I always like having a bandana or some sort of cloth on me to clean my hands, wipe whatever I'm doing, if I need a face mask from dusk, things of that nature. So I always have a bandana on me if I can. And now we're looking at the carabiners, stuff for keys. And this Walmart was pretty cleared out of this stuff. Some of it was on sale, and we did pick up those little two S-Beaners. We picked up that little locking one and that one back in the corner. That's on sale for $1.99. Here's an overview shot. You can see they were pretty picked clean. I've heard good things about those colorful ones. I've just never been one for a colorful EDC. I like my things in stainless steel, titanium, and black and brown leather. And that's what I generally stick to. Alright, so we're back from the Walmart thing, and I just thought I'd show y'all what I actually bought. So let's start with the sale stuff, because you may not be able to find this, but little earbuds that are plug-inable, $3 each. They're cheap. They were $6 before, and I always tend to need a pair of these when I least expect it, and I don't feel like going to Walmart, so I'm just going to save these to when I need it. Next up, these mechanical pencils right here. I've always heard about the Zebra pens, but I'm getting some notebooks, and I prefer pencils in those little notebooks just because you can't rip the pages out. And we'll see how these go, but so far they look pretty nice. I guess we can open it on camera, can't we? I mean, come on out. Alright. They feel pretty light. They are the stainless steel construction. 5mm lead. Zebra right there. Little grippy right there. And there's the lead. Okay, let's put that back in there. Alrighty. Yeah, these are not bad, and they're quite lightweight, so I don't think this is going to be too much of a pain to carry in my little pocket notebook. I found these little journals. Heck, I can't even fit them. They're not super big, but they were National Theme Park, and I found some little miniature pocket notebooks that are just like this, which is why I bought these, and those come in tomorrow, so we'll have some videos on those here shortly. But this is from the little Penguin, damn Walmart brand. But yeah, so we got the Yellowstone, which is the only national park I know. whatever the fuck this is, and whatever this is. But they look really pretty, and I like the cover art for these. And so that's why I bought them, because sometimes, you know, you gotta take notes. You gotta take notes when I'm at work and in classes, you know, doing whatever. If I'm planning a YouTube video, I like to write it out to get that structure. So the paper feels aight. It's nothing special, but it ain't cheap bull crap. And it's just simple lined paper. You got quite a few pages in each of these books. The back is just, I guess, the bland color of whatever the sky is. Let's see if that covers it. Yep, sky is tan. Not super big, so these are going to be just fine. Fit in my backpack and take around with me. So these costed about $4 for the pack. So what are we looking at? $1.30 per notebook, which isn't terrible, and it looks pretty. I like it. These. Now these are the Nitized Carabiner bullcrap. They're cheap little ones that you always see. And I've always wanted to try these. I've been focused on trying to get a titanium key set up. But I figured I'd give these a try since my channel is kind of aimed towards more budget gear since I'm broke. So the first one I bought was this one. There's no lock on this, and it is much bigger than these other ones. But I have quite a bit on my keys, and I just like how big it is and simple. And it hooks the deepest out of all these, because I don't often wear belt loops, so I can't just clip it onto a belt loop. I actually just hook it onto my cloth. A little lower one. And this one actually has a lock on it, so you push this down there and now it won't open up on you, and you push that up to get your keys in here, and then you get a secondary little thing right here to put your keys all the way down here, and this just locks that out on your belt loop. So this one's pretty cool. And then we have these little ones, and I bought these because they were all on sale, so I figured I might as well. If I'm going to buy them, now's the time. And these are a little bit littler, no lock. And they're that same stainless steel construction. And these support a 5-pound weight. This one supports a 25-pound weight. And this one is a 75-pound weight. Now, obviously, these are not for climbing. Don't climb with these. Kind of dumb if you do, I can't lie. On there as well. And bam, there we go. All my keys hooked on here, hooked up there. And this keeps it up high enough so it goes, my shirt goes over it. So it kind of limits it from jingling around, but you still get a little bit of noise. We'll see. I wanted to carry this just to see how I like to carry this, and maybe I can bring y'all some formations on how to carry your keys with these. But for now, I'm leaning more towards going back to the Trayvacs, just because these are long enough to actually just put the keys in your pocket from wherever you clip it, and it keeps them quiet. But anyways, I'm going to give this a try for now, and we'll see. We did, in fact, buy the duck because I couldn't leave that behind. That thing was too gangster. Anyways, y'all have a good one.